So, rest on the floor as usual, and any way that's comfortable for you, and simply roll your head slowly a couple of times to either side. You're on your back. Have your right hand behind your head and the left hand on your forehead. Elbows out to the side and roll the head with the left hand. Just a few easy movements side to side. And then change the hands around and do the same movement still on the ground with the head. And then come and stand on your knees. Come up slowly. Well, you have roll onto your side, of course, and come up slowly on your knees. And put your two hands again behind while you're kneeling up this time. So the right hand's on the forehead this time, left hand behind. Roll the head between the two hands while you're standing on your knees. And then stay like that with your right hand flat on your forehead and left behind the head. And make sure your head stays without moving. And with your... Actually imagine that you had a really long tailbone that went all the way to the floor. Draw circles with the tailbone on the floor and get a sense of where on the floor are those circles and are they symmetrical? Is it between the legs or is it out behind there? Or is it forward? Make sure your head stays pretty still. And take it one way, take it the other. Try to ensure that the movement of the pelvis is a symmetrical movement. And have a rest. Come back again to the floor. Rest on your back again. Feel the contact between the back of the head and the thoracic spine. That's in between the shoulder blades, how that presses down. And then draw the knees up a little, semi-supine. And as you breathe out, press the spine down into the floor. As you inhale, relax a little more. And as you breathe out, press the lower back down. And as you press the lower back down, tighten the pelvic floor muscles. In fact, tighten everything you can find down in the pelvic area as you breathe out, and as you inhale, relax and let go. Okay, that'll do. Roll onto your side and come back up into this kneeling position again. And place your left hand on your forehead and your right hand at the back of your head. And make sure that, make sure the head doesn't move. And then again, draw circles with the pelvis. Go slow and pay attention to exactly how you go. Some people actually don't feel anything, so pay attention. Keep the pelvis quite light and soft. Don't go to any extremities. And then go the other way. But in your mind, see if you can follow the circles that you're drawing on the floor in your thinking. So you'll be able to point to the circle on the floor. And then put the right hand on the forehead, left hand behind the head. And again, try and roll the head between the hands. See if it's different from how it was before. Because when we work on the pelvis, we actually... Ow! Sorry, I'm fighting off a puppy at the moment. But when we work on the pelvis, we work also on the neck. And when we work on the neck, obviously we work on the head. And when one improves, the other improves. Would you change your hands over? It's actually like a rolling. You're not just holding the head, but there's an actual movement between the head and hands. Head left and right. That's great. And then, even again, change the hands on the head and roll the head left and right again. And then lie on your stomach and put the right hand on the floor so the palm of your hand will be able to receive your forehead. Left hand at the back, and lift the left elbow just a little off the floor and roll the head inside the right hand. You can roll the head. Don't rub, more like rolling a wheel on the floor. In other words, the contact with the forehead needs to change its place. Change the hands and do the same thing again. Rolling the head between the hands. And great. And then come back up onto the knees, and this time bring the right knee forward. Right foot standing. So you're on your left knee and your right foot is standing in front. And then roll the head between the hands with the right hand on the forehead and the left behind. And then keep the head still and roll the pelvis a couple of times. And then swap legs and do the same thing on the other side. And swap hands back and forth a few times. And see what's happening to that circle on the floor. And then again, rest. And you can go on with whatever lesson you're doing from here. Thank you for your time. Namaste.